What's up, Weirdos? I'm Chris Weir, and this is the Chris Weir Experience. And today on Chris Weir Answers, I answer a two-part question. One is, how much money do I need to start my business? And two, where can I go to get the money to start my business? So the first part of the question is, how much do you need? You need enough, right? So, that's where it comes in the very beginning, getting a budget set. I am a big proponent of sitting down and setting a budget. And a budget is a financial plan, basically, is all that it is. And it's the same thing as setting up a marketing plan or a business plan. You've got to have your financial plan. You've got to know how much money you're going to need to either, if you're getting an office out of the gate, what is your rent or lease on that office? What's the utilities going to be? What about stocking the restrooms with toilet paper and soap? It's little things like that. So you've got to walk that all the way down the line and think about all those little different things that you're going to need if you have an office. If you're going to have personnel, what salaries? Plus the taxes that you're going to owe on them. Don't forget that. If there's a benefits package that's going to be offered, how much are the benefits going to cost you every single week or month or however you're working out your budget? And then on top of that, just operational expenses as far as cost of sales. How much is it going to cost for you to actually do the project that you're doing? Sometimes clients are going to be net 30, net 15. They're going to pay after the project is already done. You've got to be able to carry whatever the cost of that sale is. You've got to be able to carry that throughout. So you got to think about all of those different things. Every single business is different. Some businesses require inventory. If you're going to have inventory for your business, you're going to have to pay for all of that up front. As an ad agency, we don't have inventory, right? So, there's not anything that we need as far as that's concerned. So you've got to lay all of that out. You put that into a budget. And then when you're trying to decide how much you need to get started, generally speaking, you need to plan for about 6 months of making no money, which means that you're going to have to be able to cover all operational expenses, cost of sales, overhead, payroll. If you need to take a check from the business, your payroll, everything has got to be able to make it for about 6 months. So go that route. The second part of the question is, where do you go to get the money to start the business? So once you've determined how much it is that you're going to need, you have quite a few options for actually funding your business. So there are find an investor, an angel investor, find VC money, go get a loan, an SBA loan, go into debt. You have all those different options. I'm generally not the biggest proponent of those, but listen, I don't judge anybody. If that's the route that you want to go for it. If it's going to help you be successful and you're going to have a successful business, by all means, do what you need to do. The most important piece of that, though, is if you are going to take on debt, or you're going to bring on an investor or a partner, or go get a VC, or go get VC money or something to that effect, just know what you're getting yourself into, right? You're going to get all of that money. It's very, very easy to get comfortable and not work as hard to start making money from the business. So then you're looking at coming up on your 6-month period, and you're having to go to round 2 of financing, and having to get more financing to keep the business open because you didn't focus enough on making money and turning a profit, so that you can pay all of that back, right? And that, I find, is probably one of the biggest mistakes of business owners when they go and get outside money to start their business, is they forget about, or not necessarily forget about, but don't work as hard on getting the business profitable. So if you're going to go the route of bringing in outside money, awesome, go for it, but do not lose focus of making the business profitable as quick as possible. If you don't want to go that route, like me, for instance, I'm now starting my second company. I did the same on my first. I don't take outside money, so I'm taking on no debt, no investors, no anything. So if you're going to go that route, you still have a few options that you can go there. One is, money from family. While technically, I guess that's debt because you're going to pay them back. Generally speaking, there's no interest on top of that, and the timeline is a lot more flexible. Family is usually a little more understanding when it comes to helping someone get their business started. So you can borrow money from family. You can also do exactly what I've done and go get a second job. Go get either a part-time or a full-time job, depending on how much money that you need to survive. I'm very lucky. We have no debt, so I don't have to work as much on the side. But if you've got to get a full-time job, I had to do that the first time I opened my business. I had a full-time job. I actually worked third shift full-time so that I could have the entire day to work on the business. And I would sleep, whenever I could. And there were plenty of times I didn't, but I would try to get in sleep as much as I could. So there are ways for you to do that. You work your part-time job that's giving you money. If there's a little bit of extra money from the job that you're making, that after above and beyond paying your bills or your obligations personally, you can put that money toward the business. Start doing eBay. Start selling eBay. Go to garage sales and buy items that you see at the garage sale and turn around and flip them on eBay. I do that now for a couple of reasons. One, because it's fun, but number two, this is also a project that I'm doing with my girls. So I go out and I buy all the stuff. We usually spend $100, maybe $150 a weekend and just get stuff, dolls, games, whatever, electronics, whatever it is that's out there that we think that we could sell and flip on eBay. And then we bring it in, we clean it up, and we post it on eBay and turn around and flip it. And it's been actually quite funny how much money we've made just flipping things on eBay. And if we were to be very aggressive with that and put a lot more time and energy and effort, we could make more than a full-time income just on eBay. So there's a lot of different options that you can take advantage of to avoid having to go out and get debt or an investor if you don't want to give part of your business away, without having to bring on partners if you don't want to do that. There's some options for you. That's some places that you can go to get the money. But the first thing is, obviously, you've got to determine how much it is that you need. You need to stick to the budget that you set, and then go out and get the money. However, you've got to get the money. At the end of the day, look, if you're that passionate about this business and if you're that excited and you're that passionate about getting this thing started, getting your business started, you're going to figure this stuff out. I hope it helps, and I'll talk to you soon.